I'm particularly delighted to be part of this maiden edition of the Joint Operations Planning exercise of the Services War Colleges. The exercise, which is built around contemporary, realistic, and real-time security events in Nigeria and beyond, marks the culmination of several months of significant efforts made towards developing the skills of participants of the three colleges in operational art, operational design, and the decision-making process, amongst others. It is certainly another milestone in the professional military education path profile of the Nigerian military in its quest to properly equip our officers for present and future assignments. As think tanks of the armed forces of Nigeria, our war colleges are indeed the laboratories and incubation centers for the production of military operational level plans, as well as for measurement of the performance and effectiveness of subsisting plans with a view to reviewing them for enhanced effectiveness. To this end, the product of this joint operations planning exercise will form part of military strategic decision-making cycle for some ongoing and future operations. This further underscores the significance of this exercise and the resources committed to its actualization. Today's event, therefore, provides an opportunity to kickstart an enduring tradition and the colleges that will enshrine joint planning culture at the military operational leadership level. This culture is indeed essential to the development of the operational level capacity towards tackling the multifarious contemporary security challenges and engagements in future military operations. The complex 21st century security environment holds huge implications not only for the military, but also for all sectors of governance and society. The contemporary security environment weaves through all levels of organizational decision-making systems that cut across international and cultural boundaries. It is gratifying, therefore, to observe the diverse array of participants from the military and other security agencies, as well as foreign military officers that will be participating in the exercise. Against this backdrop, I'm convinced that the knowledge, skills, and capacities you, the participants, have acquired, particularly in the operational act, will enhance your professional judgment in a joint operational environment and will remain an indelible resource for your problem-solving and decision-making loops. Considering this, you will be doing yourselves and Nigeria a lot of good by consistently honing your acquired skills through continuous learning. It is also important that I stress that you will need to keep an open mind and venture into calculated risk, as all these will be key to your effective functioning in the contemporary complex security environment. One vital area we expect such open-mindedness is in providing innovative and workable solutions to the myriad of security challenges facing the nation, such as that in the Northeast and other regions affected by insecurity in our land. Today, the military is currently engaged in internal security operations in all the 36 states of our nation, as well as the FCT. This has put a strain on our available resources committed to the ongoing counterterrorism and counterinsurgency operations in the Northeast. It is my opinion, therefore, that our war colleges come in handy at this moment in developing plans and strategies that will enable the optimization of available resources towards achieving our national military objectives. This is therefore a clarion call to the war colleges to sustain the ideals of joint operations planning exercises such as this, towards institutionalizing synergy evidenced by a culture of joint planning, training, and collective effort in security operations. Indeed, that, of course, right into what the primary comment that I made. And I thought that it's also necessary for me to state here that in the nearest future, the three colleges will fuse into one. We hope to actualize this as soon as we acquire the real estate that will accommodate all the participants and faculty. That we're already doing, and that I also told you that it's part of a process, part of the resolution that are already taken. So that in the near future, we want to see the participants from the three war colleges in a warehouse, on that same roof, and then of course the faculty certainly will be there. wherein, issues that have to do with land operations, solar maritime, looking at the various domains, and then issues that are specific to those domains will be treated, and of course, for joint, terms will also, be treated. The whole essence is for us to understand that joint planning is essential. It's when you're able to know yourself during the time of training, that of course you'll be able to know the strengths and of course if I may use the expression, the weaknesses of your colleagues. Thereafter, how one need to leverage the strengths of each other, as well as how you can cover up whatever gaps exist at this level. So this is precisely what we intend to achieve, and we're already on the right course. And I believe that as the leadership of the armed forces evolves, there will be, of course, change and continuity with this idea. And I think that is best repetition for me to say that at this forum, that we will hope to strengthen the outcome of this joint exercise, and of course also see how best the exercise can be improved upon to be able to meet the expectations, the objectives for which they have been organized. I know that life itself is dynamic. Just as we're starting, there will be lessons that will have to be learned by virtue of the administrative issues regarding the planning of this exercise. And of course, even lessons also when role play, when we get into the planning and actual conduct itself, there will be lessons that I believe that will be chronicled. And I think that the Commandant, I expect, of course, the Commandant, I expect you to put this into context, and where higher level decisions need to be taken with respect to them. Of course, I will be expecting those outcomes, and I want to assure you that due approvals will be given in that regard. So, service chiefs, very senior officers, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, today's event will definitely not have been possible without the support of Mr. President, Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, His Excellency Muhammadu Buhari, GCFR. It is on this note that I'd like to thank Mr. President for his vision in emplacing a highly professional, responsive armed forces of Nigeria. I also wish to thank the Honorable Minister of Defense, Major General Bashir Salih Magashi, retired, for the support to the armed forces of Nigeria. I wish to further thank the service chiefs for the focused leadership of the various services and unflinching support to their respective war colleges that indeed has led to where we are currently. I am delighted also to note and commend the efforts of the commandants and staff of the various war colleges in preparing the participants to contribute in higher capacities to national security and defense efforts. It is now my honor to declare the Maiden Joint Operations Planning Exercise for the Services War College Exercise Skylock 2021 open.
The Army War College Nigeria is proud to be the host of this very important training activity of our armed forces. Let me from the onset express our gratitude to the Chief of Defense Staff and the service chiefs for their commitment to the conduct of this exercise after several previous attempts in the past 4 years. Sir, the actualization of the Joint Operations Planning Exercise 2021 indeed underscores your efforts to promote jointness within the armed forces and with other security agencies. Truly, our armed forces under your leadership is steadily marching towards a better future. The primary mandate of the Services War Colleges is to build the capacity of operational level leaders in our armed forces in the management of war, as well as develop their basic strategic skills in the employment of military power across different domains and operating environments. In the nearly 5 years since inception of the war colleges, the contributions of alumni of the colleges to ongoing military efforts to address challenges of insecurity in our dear country has indeed justified their establishment. However, in line with the vision of the Chief of Defense Staff, participants of the colleges could benefit more through deliberate efforts to promote joint academic activities amongst the colleges. In this regard, the Defense Headquarters has already taken important steps through harmonization of curriculum of the 3 colleges, exchange of directing staff, and regular training assessment visits. Similarly, the services have complemented Defense Headquarters' efforts by providing excellent facilities that facilitate learning, collaboration, and linkages within and between the colleges. The conduct of this Joint Operations Planning exercise is yet another milestone to promote understanding and collaboration not only between the colleges, but also to enhance jointness in our armed forces as a whole. My fellow commandants and I are indeed confident that the participants and our colleges will benefit from the experiences which we shall gain from this exercise, but also for providing the direction and resources for its conduct. We are confident that the benefits of this exercise will strengthen our resolve to make it more sustainable in the coming years. To the participants, I enjoin you to devote yourselves to the exercise as you stand to benefit from your interactions with one another while seeking viable options for the employment of land, maritime, and air power in a joint environment to solve problems brought out during the exercise. It is our hope that at the end of the Joint Operations Planning Exercise 2021, the exercise objectives will not only have been attained, but also its lessons imbibed by you all. Finally, I once again heartily welcome the special guest of honor and our distinguished guests to this maiden Joint Operations Planning Exercise.